Hey, today we're going to put a safe in the door here and take a look. So we got this mirror and there's the safe. There we go. So let's build it. Well, I just want to show you guys this. So this door, it's kind of like, warped here on the side. So I want to change this door panel out. It's not real easy to get at the screws. And I want to do this one too. You can see it's like not, it's not even. So I want to come up with something different than that. So I'm going to take this panel off and see how hard it is to get in there. Yeah, I can reach my arm in here, but it's not easy. And I gotta go way back to there. Oh man. See, I put this in before the cabinet was here. So now this cabinet's in the way. Okay, we'll see. What I want to do is put a mirror right here. Because, when we're getting ready in the morning, it's like the perfect spot. Okay, so I took the screen out here. And now I should be able to get at these screws. Well, there's that panel. I got it out, man. I got it out. It wasn't easy. Couldn't have done it without that offset drill. Well, there's the two pieces. I want to make this thing out of oak. And I want the grain all to run the same direction. Okay, so I laid out the hole that I'm going to put in here for our little secret storage compartment. So I'm going to cut away the fabric. And we're going to make a whole new panel here, but for now I'm just going to work with this hole that I'm planning to make, this little box I'm going to make. And then once we figure out how this is all going to go, I'll cut the actual oak plywood, for this, because this stuff's expensive. I don't want to cut it until I know for sure that all this is going to work. So that's why I'm doing it this way. This is just a sacrificial part here now anyway, so. Okay, so we got that cut out. Okay, so we got this sanded and cut out, and I put a little back bend on it. I let this sit overnight to try to get the bend out of this. It was warped this way, plywood goes. So pretty straight now. So that actually worked pretty good. So let's carry on with the project. Okay, we're working in this side of the shop today because I got a trailer now. So it's kind of in my way, but oh well. There's our door. Pretty good. We could sand that up though. I forgot to turn the camera on, but I'm using a Forstner bit. This is 7/8 bit. And I actually found this part. What do I do with it? Here it is. I actually found this part. It's a nice little lock. So we're going to put that in there like that. And then, oh, I lost the key for it. Here. So this baby, it's kind of nice. Okay, so I think we got a pretty good curve on this. It fits pretty good now. I picked this up. I'll put a link down below. This is double stick tape from 3M. So it ain't perfect, but it's the back, so nobody's gonna see this, you know? For once, the backing comes off really nice. So it gives it a little pizzazz, huh? So, so I was gonna have this be in here so that this piece in the retracted was right there, and I must have mismeasured. It doesn't go very far, so I guess I could hollow out a spot here and then put a piece of metal sticking out over here, and that would work. I thought that was kind of a cool little lock. Finish looks good on this. Let's go ahead and put it in. I'm excited about this. This one will take a little longer. We'll do that after we get the first one in. So I think I'm going to go ahead and start a few of these screws. I picked up some stainless number 8 by 3/4, and then I've got these washers, so it'll kind of look like this when I get it in, which is the same as what I did in the back. There's a few of these that are extremely hard to get, so I'm gonna just get these started, and that should help, right? Okay, well, let's put this door together here. I got my lock. I got it kind of cleaned up, you know, earlier. But you can see I put a little groove in the wood there so that the lock pawl could come in and out. I put these on here so that the hinge screws are on the inside, and you know, obviously anybody who sees this thing is going to be able to You'll be able to rip it off of there if they want to really get in there pretty bad. But you know, when you open the door, you don't see it. So that's my hope, is for the most part no one will see that there's a little box there. Therefore no one will steal our stuff. Okay. So let's see how this works. I've never done this before. I cut these so that, you know, the matching sides are exactly the same. This is going to be a mirror, so when we're getting ready in the morning in the van, we'll have a place to look at ourselves. And since it's end grain always seems to really suck up the glue. So we'll put a little extra on here because. So I bought these clamps. I'll put a link down below for this. But man, you couldn't even do this without these clamps, I don't think. I tried messing around with all the different clamping methods I have around here, and you just need these. They're not that expensive. If you want to have a good looking picture frame, boy, this is the ticket, you know. Look at that. You can get a perfect joint. Okay. So, like I say, I've never done this before, so I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm just doing it. Okay. I'm not super pleased with the joint over here. The rest look okay. We'll let that dry. See what it does. All right, so we got our mirrored plastic piece here, and it looks pretty good, right? It's definitely, you know, it's a nice mirror that's got a coating over it right now, but I need to get this to be the right size so it fits inside our frame. And it isn't quite there, so we got to mark it and cut it and stuff like that. So let's do that. Let's see how it fits in our frame. Oh, yeah, there we go. So there's our mirror. Okay, so I found some scrap of this and I cut a couple pieces to length, and they'll fit in here perfect because I cut them exactly perfect. So I think that will hold the mirror in just fine. And then these magnets are going to have to go on top of this piece because the metal is just top and bottom. It's not. And we need this space here because there's that safe door and the lock and everything, and I don't want it to touch that. So this is going to sit out from the wall just a little bit. Let's see if I can get one of these magnets up. These things are, they'll just hold it away from the wall. Maybe 1/8 of an inch or so. So that's kind of my plan, is to have it sort of reach around, and I mean, I wish it could be flush, but it can't. So these things are powerful little suckers. Okay, so I've been using this Gorilla Glue, bonds virtually everything, wood, stone, metal, ceramic, foam, glass, and more. No foaming, indoor, outdoor. So this is, I don't know. I mean, you go to it's clear, and I've had pretty good luck with it. So I'm just gonna make sure that I know which way this goes. So does it fit better this way or this way? This way. Okay, so. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. So I'll just throw some of this on here. So what I'm doing is I'm just putting it around the outside edge because it's gonna kind of go to the inside, you know, and I don't want it to leave a mark. So I'm putting a pretty small little bead on the inside there because I don't want that to come through. Okay, so I did it like this, right? Winner. Let's clamp this sucker, you know? So we got this mirror, and there's the safe. And there we go. Turned out good. Gary Schultz from Cyclone Custom Trucks and Vans. We got a safe in the door. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.